Hello everyone, how's it going today? Our subject today is super influential. It's gonna be super influential. It's also one of the most crucial topics for discussion. So, without further ado, let's get the poll rolling. Our subject focuses on and centers around the emotional deprivation. Actually, emotional deprivation refers to the lack of adequate psychological nurturance. It occurs when essential emotional needs are not met, leaving individuals feeling lost, lonely, and unimportant. Basically, emotional deprivation also refers to a situation where an individual doesn't receive the emotional nurturing, support, and validation that are really essential for healthy emotional development. This can occur, and this can actually, occur in various contexts and situations, such as childhood neglect, inconsistent caregiving, or traumatic experiences leading to a lack of emotional connection and fulfillment. Honestly, trauma damages us and our life, especially in childhood, like physical or emotional abuse, extreme violence, and the lack of warmth and leave caring leave lasting effects on us. Individuals who experience emotional deprivation may also struggle with forming and maintaining relationships, expressing emotions and feeling a sense of belonging and worthiness. This deprivation can also result in feelings of loneliness, emptiness, and a deep longing for, emotional connection and validation. What's emotional validation, by the way? Emotional validation is the act of acknowledging, accepting, and affirming the emotions and feelings of another person as valid and understandable. It involves listening attentively, showing empathy, care, and expressing understanding towards someone's emotional experiences without judgment or even criticism. And basically, when someone validates another person's, emotions, they communicate that the feelings expressed are legitimate and worthy of recognition. This validation can also help the individual feel, actually heard, understood, and supported, fostering a sense of emotional connection and validation. Emotional validation actually plays a crucial role in building trust, strengthening relationships, and promoting emotional well-being. By validating someone's emotions, you basically demonstrate empathy and compassion, creating a safe space for open communication and emotional expression. Next, we want to say, what are the symptoms for emotional deprivation? How can we discover them? How can we identify them? Emotional deprivation can manifest in various symptoms, such as number one, feeling lonely or isolated, feeling unloved or unwanted. Number two, low self esteem and self worth. Number three, fear of abandonment. Number four, depression or anxiety. Number five, difficulty trusting others. Number six, chronic feelings of emptiness. Number seven, seeking constant validation from others. Number eight, avoiding emotional connections and fear of intimacy. Number nine, increased risk of mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. Moreover, if you can identify with some of the following statements that I'm gonna say now, there is a high probability that you have this emotional deprivation issue and you actually suffer from it in your life. You say sentences like, I have never really felt emotionally supported in my life. I don't expect my emotional needs to be met in my relationships. I haven't had anyone to rely on for advice or guidance. I feel like there is a void in my life. Something, missing. But I'm not sure what. I haven't really felt special to anyone. For most of my life, people have not been there for me emotionally. In my childhood, feelings and emotions weren't acknowledged. My parents were emotionally distant when I was growing up. And actually, emotional deprivation issue is one of the core primary issues. This issue or this issue is probably one of the most common issues that people have, but it's difficult to detect at first because there often aren't many clear obvious signs, just a vague sense deep inside of you that something is missing in your life, but you're not sure what. It can feel like an emptiness or a void that's actually real. It's the emptiness of unfulfilled emotional needs. This kind of issue, what I'm trying to say here is this kind of issue develops in childhoods where the mother or whoever was the main caregiver was not emotionally in tune with your needs. Okay, perhaps you had all your physical needs met. Perhaps you had toys to play with. However, no one actually paid attention to your feelings and emotions. And unfortunately, when our emotional needs, are not met or and are unnoticed, we feel invisible, unimportant, and not cared for at a deep level. We basically feel like we don't matter. We don't feel connected to the people around us. If someone asks me whether emotional deprivation is an abuse or not, I'm gonna say that emotional neglect or deprivation isn't always a type of emotional abuse. It's because abuse is an intentional act of harm, usually targeting a vulnerable person like a child. I wanna underscore that. I wanna actually underscore that individuals suffering from emotional deprivation or emotionally deprived persons may struggle to seek help from others or express themselves emotionally. They may not expect warmth, affection, or understanding from others. Also, loneliness, depression, and bitterness are common feelings associated with emotional deprivation. I want to also highlight that emotional deprivation, as I said, arises from childhood experiences where caregivers were unable to meet your emotional needs adequately. These needs include hearing, validating, and responding to your emotions. And accordingly, you may have developed a core belief that your emotional needs will go unmet or unnoticed. The emotional deprivation also, this issue also can, of course, impact your interactions with others and your overall emotional well-being profoundly. There is also something important, something substantial I wanna underscore here, which is that individuals with emotional deprivation issue can become so clingy to someone who gets close to them and shows even the slightest attention and care, cause they can't imagine that their emotional gap is being filled and their emotional needs are fulfilled. So they tend to get so close and clingy to the person showing them even a hint of attention. Emotionally deprived individuals' brain, shaped by past experiences, may still react as if they are being ignored and unnoticed, even when they are actually not. Furthermore, the emotional deprivation issue can make individuals become so cold fish, and treat others coldly due to past harsh and bitter experiences in their childhood. They might have been exposed to emotional neglect, lack of nurturance, cold treatment, mistreatment, and apathy during their childhood. So when they grow up, they unfortunately develop coldness and nonchalance towards others. They become emotionless. It's as if they are giving others what they have received in their early life and childhood, and treating others the same way they have been treated in their childhood. Alright, guys, that we have come to an end today. That's all for today, and thanks for watching my video. See you next time. Bye.